Hi everybody, Renegade68 here with some more Let's Play Ever 17, the Out of Infinity Blind. So, I'm starting on this menu for a couple of reasons. In my last session, I finished recording Use Pathway. I'm not sure if that's like the completed version or not. It has the epilogue, so I think it is. And I also, in that same session, started up Takeshi's Pathway. What I'm trying to say is that I didn't have time to really think on a couple things that I've since thought of, which is why I'm here, because I want to bring up a couple things. So, the fact that there are still some missing images of you. 4 of them, that's a good bit. Now, maybe there are things that only show up if I play as Takeshi, or maybe they have to do with, like, true ending stuff, if that's a thing, or Coco ending, because that's going to be a thing. But, it's just something to think about. And the fact that Coco has the most, and so far, yeah, because Coco has the most. I remember that being a thing. But we've still only seen a very small amount of them. So, there's probably quite a bit to do with Coco. So yeah, that's just something that I was thinking about. Sora has the least, of course. Who has more, you or Maya? Maya has less. Okay. That makes sense. Alright. So, there's just thoughts that are swirling in my mind. If I had to guess right now, I'd say Mayo definitely has a pathway with Mayo definitely has a pathway with Shonen. I'm just not sure if she's gonna have one with Takeshi or not. Because I think it'd be a bit weird if like, Shonen gets, he gets 2 bitches. He gets you and Maya, but then Takeshi's stuck with 1. And Sora, I don't think ends up with anyone. I don't think. And then Coco seems like she's mostly for Shonen as well. I'm guessing. So it's weird. It feels like Shonen gets 3 of the girls, and Takeshi gets 1, and I'm left wondering, there seems like there's some favoritism, and yet, when you go to select the character you want to play as, Takeshi is the first option listed. Shonen is the second option. It's weird, you'd think whoever the more important character is, if there is one between the two, they'd be listed first. So, it's interesting. Maybe I'm not getting the full story, and it'll make more sense once I play as Takeshi. But for now, it's a bit weird to me. It's just a bit weird. So, let's go ahead and load. So, now that we've got everything in order, I believe I stopped on a choice. So let's see what the choice is. It is my responsibility. Okay. Okay, now let's check the scroller. Let's see what she's talking about. What are we supposed to do now? There's no point in arguing about this. I'm sorry, but the employee looked extremely sorry and was bowing. It is my responsibility. That's right, the person in charge is who. It's not your fault. That's not important right now. What are we talking about? That's right, the person in charge is who? I guess I'm blaming them, but that seems weird based on what line came before. It's not your fault. That's not important right now. Indeed, it doesn't really matter whose fault it is. No, relax. Yeah, let's all relax. I'm glad to be safe, but more important than that, god dang, I gotta stop doing that. You can probably hear the up and down movement of the keyboard, right? Yeah, I gotta stop that. Anyways, more important than that right now is, who are you guys? The chick in black ran like something bionic. True enough. When the glass broke, that attendant was right next to it, but she took off at warp speed because she is a teleporter. She never did that at all in Jonen's path, but she did pretty early on in Takeshi's. Interesting. Which makes him a bit denser in that regard, because he actually had a reason to think that she was a magical warping angel. What's up with that? And don't tell me this is a part of this theme park atmosphere. Ellipses. Ellipses. Neither of them tried to answer. The fish on the floor were still jumping around. Well, I mean, so we know the park staff is because she's like an angel AI. Tsugumi, though, seemed like a ninja, like Mayo's fantasies. Ooh, Les. I think that's because she's reliving stuff? Something like that. Stop apologizing, you dork! I'm really sorry. I don't care. Park employee was bowing so low that her head approached the floor. So at this point, she probably just still assumes that we both know what's going on, but, wait a second. No, how can she... This seems inconsistent now. I'm glad to be safe. The chick in black ran like something bionic. When the glass broke, that attendant was right next to it, but she took off at warp speed. What's up with that? To that response, shouldn't Sora answer his question? Shouldn't she realize that he doesn't know what's going on? And isn't it supposed to be common knowledge? Why would she not answer? Why are you not answering? This seems weird. Does she answer and I'm like not paying attention when she does? Because otherwise, she should be answering. For some reason, her clothes were completely dry. Indeed, because all the hints that Takeshi gets, he's really dense. It doesn't do us any good just standing around here. Can you show us the way? That doesn't make sense. Why would Sora not tell me? Clearly, I don't understand. And yet, she's not answering. That seems inconsistent. I'm willing to buy it for the sake of, suspend your disbelief, but I feel like she should be telling me? Maybe she thinks that the situation is too tense, or she doesn't fully understand Takeshi's question because she thinks Takeshi should already know and would be weirded out if he didn't. I guess I can buy that, but it's a bit flimsy. Certainly, there's a relatively safe place nearby. I'll take you there. Relatively safe? Oh wow. Now, is this when we run to you, or is that a little bit later? Because I know that I've been editing some of the earlier videos again, and we actually... Shonen and you are alone for a good while, and then they're with Mayu, just 3 of them for a decent while, so it'd be pretty quick if we'd met up with them already. That was about the same as saying that everywhere else was dangerous. We turned around and started heading down back the corridor we had been washed down. I looked at a panel and finally realized that we were in Zweitstock, basement level 2. We went to a nearby attraction. So, are we the only folks here? I do not know. I'm currently investigating. I haven't checked out the control panel, my home base, so I'm not sure yet. I'm not smart enough. I need to level up. Yeah, right. Investigating what? I thought as we walked. What is it? The other people are approaching. Do we hide? Because this is not where we run into them. Because Yu's group splits up when we run into them. So assuming our pathways are paralleling, then we shouldn't run into them here. Unless they're doing this really quickly early on, showing a clear difference to make it clear to us that no, they're not the same. They actually change depending on who you play as. Which I would believe. But we'll see. What? In stars? For a while I wondered what was going to happen to us, but it was one of the female employees that I met once before. Is she alone? She should be alone, or at least she shouldn't be with Shonen. And unless, again, this is going to be saying right away that they're very different stories. I'm glad we survived. Well, yeah. Hey, aren't you? So are they all there? Because this would be a clear difference. The girl finally noticed us. I didn't think there'd be anybody else here. Yeah, how are you? About as good as I look, I suppose. Seems like you had a rough time of it too. Indeed I did. Hey, lucky guess. Relaxing a bit, I returned her smile. And I also blurted out a laugh. Oh, I'm gonna miss that laugh. That was like the best. Oh, I don't know how to replicate it, but I'll try to give my best imitation. No, it's nothing like it. It's been a while since I've heard it actually, but I remember liking it. Yeah. Oh, ooh, what? Ooh. What? This is good. This is very, very good. And I'll tell you why. I almost didn't record today. Because I was like, ugh, this is just going to be me going through the same stuff I went through with Shonen. It's going to probably be a while before... I mean, there's going to be some differences, I'm sure. But it'll be a while before we get to anything really interesting, probably. This is what I was hoping for, but not expecting to happen. The two pathways are decidedly different. If you play as Shonen, it's a very different story than if you play as Takeshi. And they're making that clear right away, which I love. So, I don't know what else to say beyond that. There's so many thoughts in my head that they're a jumble right now. Like, I could be asking, oh, why is Coco here? Is she a real person in this pathway? Where's Maya? Blah, 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 blah. But, all that aside, I'm very curious if, like, so does that mean, there's very clearly two distinct pathways. Shonen and Takeshi must maybe, like, have a wavelength with each other, and maybe Coco's the third, or, because, like, the third eye, Coco's the third eye. That's my guess at the moment, but this is very interesting to me. I'm very glad, because I was scared it was just going to be kind of boring and they'd be, like, the same thing, but they're very different, and I'm very excited to see what happens. Anyways, one of them was the girl who I thought was named Coco. Indeed. When our eyes met, Coco grinned. Hey, Coco! You're actually gonna have a decent role in this playthrough. I thought you might not appear at all, because you were just in Shonen's head in the other pathway. Oh, we meet again! Am I gonna do that for her? I don't know. This is interesting. Oh, because in the other pathway, only Shonen saw her. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so cool. I can't wait. Oh, then why don't I just go forward? It's like it's a mix of wanting to guess, but also wanting to know, but also wanting to poop. So let's poop. Not actually. Poop can mean many things. It's a variable. It's been a while. Doesn't have to be right now, but Coco, will you tell me a joke later? I'm really in the mood for one. Ah, that's funny. Sure, no problem. I'll think of one. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that up. I'm thinking about it. So do those two see him, or is it in my head now? I'm thinking those two see her. I'm guessing. I don't think they'd recycle the same thing. But I could be wrong. Let's see. She nodded brightly. Ellipses. Hey, old main character. The other person was the kid I helped to the infirmary. So far, nobody else has mentioned her. Sora mentioned 3 other people, but it could be Mayo and Coco's fucking with my head still. But we'll see. His expression looked darker somehow. If he becomes super upbeat all of a sudden, that would have been weird too, but just keeping up the all of a suddens, I don't think it'll ever go away. You know, if I knew it would be this consistent, I might have started like an all of the sudden counter. It's too late at this point, but I don't know, it's just... You know, if somebody feels like doing that themselves, all of the sudden number, at least all of the sudden number 1 of this playthrough, I think. But, for some reason it bothered me. Because I used to be him, and I'm not him anymore. Is something wrong with him? He doesn't look so hot. Oh, he's a bit weird. The attendant hesitated. By the way. Sora, do you have any situation what our situation is? Sorry. Yes. And they're going right off to a jovial identity. This conversation. The girl attendant addressed the question to the staff member of the dress, because they're both attendants, so it makes sense. Well, the communication lines are down. I've been investigating ways to restore connection, but it's gonna take some time. The attendant called Sora said this. I was thinking it said the attendant called Sora! On the phone? Over the digital virtual phone. In that case, let's go to the central control room. We can monitor things in detail from there, right? Would seem like it. That sounds good. I wish I were more useful. It's okay, Sora, you're plenty useful. At least you are in Shonen's pathway. We'll see how much use you get in this pathway. Don't worry about it, Sora. With that, the girl addressed me again. We're going down to Dreetstock, the 3rd floor underwater. Okay. So you've been doing stuff for a little bit longer than us, I guess. You're coming, right? Yeah, I'll go. We took an emergency corridor behind one of the attractions. So, just to point out, so far no one's completely commented on Coco, except for me. So it's possible she's in my head, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure she's actually there in this pathway. It looked like there was a number of these narrow corridors above and below other corridors and rooms. I figured that they were probably used as shortcuts by employees as well.
私は田中
My name is Yubisei Akikane. I remembered. But you can call me Yubisei. Actually, no, you're not Shonen. You don't get to. You can only call me you. Yes, you.
田中優本当はもっと長ったらしい名前なんだけど優でいいよあなたは
Yu Tanaka. My real name is really a lot longer, but just call me you. What's your name? Of course, this is something we already got, even if we didn't pick the Shonen pathway. But Takeshi technically didn't know about it. So it's fitting for Shonen, like in Shonen's pathway, Yu goes and meets Takeshi off screen, so we don't have to hear the introduction again. But when you play as Takeshi, it makes more sense to hear it again. I kind of like how they did that. But anyways, yeah, what's your name? I'm Takeshi. I'm a barrel of laughs.
倉成ねよろしく倉成
Takeshi Kuranari. Wait. Is that the first time I'm hearing Takeshi's last name or what? Good to know you. Good to know you, you. What?
倉成ねよろしく倉成
I'm sorry, what? Okay, here's a guess. This is unvoiced, so maybe it's implied that I said my last name as well, and she's repeating it, but we've never heard that last name before. Is that important? I guess we'll find out. Good to know you, you. And then she's like, as always. Even though we're in a different pathway, you're still being a bitch about life, aren't you, Sagumi? You're just a barrel of bitch. That's right, a barrel of bitch. We went down the stairs together. Me, Coco, you, Sora, the kid, the girl in black, 6 of us total. So we still don't know Sagumi's name, I guess. By the time we met up in Shonen's pathway, we already knew Sagumi's name, because she had already mentioned it, I believe. Alright. Interesting. And of course, we haven't met Mayo yet. Maybe she'll be the one left out in this one. That'd be interesting. Because it seems like Coco is really important to Shonen, but also Mayo seems like she has a clear pathway with Shonen. So maybe Mayo will have a similar thing going on with Takeshi that Coco had with Shonen? I don't know. I'm not sure if there's going to be a parallel or not, but it seems pretty distinctive that Mayo's the only one not with us right now. We arrived at Trichastock, the 3rd floor underwater. We used the ladder in emergency corridor to descend another corridor and turned around the corner. Control room. It seemed that this was the central control room.
どうここの端末からならわかりそう
What do you think? Can you learn anything from the computers here?
そうですね確かに直接アクセスした方が早そうです
Let's see. It looks like directly accessing it will be the fastest route. Well, that's good. I'm sure it's not too hard for you. Or even for Sora. Sora faced the monitor and held up both hands. Instantly, the content of the screen began to change with a number of windows opening, closing, and searches for data underway. Hey, you can operate these computers without even touching them? Oh my god, Takeshi! Oh my god! Shonen was understandable. That was actually a legitimate sort of twist. Here, though, oh my god, how do you not already understand it? Unless, of course, this is playing out differently because I'm playing Takeshi's first. Sorry, scratch that, reverse it. Because I played Shonen's first, they're actually making it more apparent in the dialogue? That's possible, like it changes depending on what pathway you play first. Maybe, I don't know though. If it doesn't change, and this is just how it is normally, then man, Takeshi, I thought Shonen was dense. Shonen's love dense, at least. But maybe you actually, you're the Mac Daddy. You actually like McDonald's and cheese. But, or macaroni, whichever you prefer. But you're dense when it comes to everything else. It would make sense because you're a Yosuke. Then again, Yosuke wasn't very good at getting girls, was he? Or maybe, because this is clearly a different pathway, because I'm in control of you, you and Shonen are going to be very different characters. Maybe a lot of the characters are going to be very different now that I think about it. Like, I mean, the other pathway, Takeshi, was clearly the Yosuke, but now that I'm controlling him, he might be more of a renegade hero. Yeah. And as for Shonen, who knows? Hell, maybe we'll call him something other than Shonen, just to change it up. Anyways, I've got the latest cell phone. And even it's got a touch panel. And it's got a kinetic recharge function. I think that's my first time. I think that's my first time ever seeing Coco with a sprite like that. What's that? Coco said. Huh? Oh, it means that even if the battery dies, if you walk around with it or shake it, it'll recharge itself. Takes a while though. Interesting. Does something like that exist in real life? I'm not sure. I don't know if I know of anything like that. I think normally you need... Well, I guess that's why it's kinetic. Normally you definitely need to plug it in. Does stuff like that exist, or are they trying to tell the future and they're being inaccurate? Because it's almost this time, 2017. If we don't have those yet, then you're goofing, Takeshi. You're goofing, Ever 17. I took my PDA from my pocket and lent it to Coco. Nobody would be using PDAs in the year 2016. Well, I guess, what do PDA even stand for? Maybe we do use them, but just don't use the initials anymore. Anyways. There's your, like, friggin' pumped fists pose. Yeah, you had that in the prologue as well. We just never saw it up close. Like this? Coco took the PDA and shook it using short movements like she was shaking maracas. Just don't fucking break it. Yeah, like that. Nobody's mentioned that I'm crazy yet, but still nobody has talked directly to Coco yet either, so we don't know one way or the other. The lamp that indicated the battery was dead lit up. Oh, that was dead lit up. Okay. Oh, you're right! The harder you shake it, the more it lights up. The lamp flickered. I didn't know if she was having fun or what, but Coco kept up her maraca act for a while. Well, hopefully I don't need my phone anytime soon. Then again, it's dead, so maybe this way she can actually get some signal with it. Then again, you can't use it underwater, so will there be a point to it? Maybe. Maybe some big... I keep saying I want to say Schrodinger. No, bad me. Not all time travel involves Schrodinger. Chekhov. That's the other guy. Chekhov's, gun or boomerang. Funny that the boomerang is the one that's used more often. I mean, in terms of you fire the boomerang twice, potentially, or more, but the gun's only used once. You'd think you'd want to use the gun more than once, unless there's only one bullet in the gun. But anyways, looked like the PDA wasn't broken. All I had to do was wait, and it would probably work again. Seeing the professional diving waterproof speculations it had boosted were actually true. Had boasted. Good. Never found out about this in the other pathway. Which is nice. Learning a bunch of stuff we didn't learn in the other pathway is exactly what I want. Ellipses. Sora typed quietly on the keyboard. What? She was typing the keyboard, but it looked like her hands weren't even touching the keyboard. I figured that was my imagination. God, Takeshi, you're so fucking dense. I've learned something. Takeshi's a dense idiot. Oh, me too. Sora said in a business-like manner. Did you see him done with the computer? Everyone looked at her, and we laughed, because I'm a barrel of laughs. Everyone, please be calm. Already there. Just tell us. As she said that, I noticed she looked a little pale. Oh, I'm gonna be really curious what the life readings say. The room went quiet as the focus shifted to her.